unmute the microphones. Sorry, I had a pause there, everybody, because I was thinking whether or not there would be a sneeze. And let us move the transition. So before we get in here, yeah, we're already on the main menu because I needed it to be in 4x3 to test this. As you can see, my plan for the borders is not perfect. It's a little janky. Here, I'll show you how this works in OBS. OBS doesn't actually let me free scale. It's all proportional, so, like, I can't just, like, stretch this shit to magically fit. It, like, always diagonal stretches. So for now, I have the two blockers in the corners. They're not perfect. Well, let's be perfectly honest. I did have enough time to actually test and process this, but we have been busy in the pre-stream time because stuff came up in the secret cabal about rain. Watch rain. So I was fully focused on that for a lot of time and got set up a little late, so I did not have time to perfect this. So we're going to try this. And for the moment, chat, you're slightly smaller and you're inside the 4x3 window. We may adjust that on the fly as well. Because I think the way I've got it set right now, chat would go behind the borders. But this is what we got. If you're out there, be sure to double check me on how all the audio sounds, Is Lucky fine? Is the game fine? Etc. So far, knock on wood, OBS says no dropped frames. So that should mean that all the video is going to YouTube correctly. If you do experience some buffering or hangups, that should be YouTube side and will hopefully smooth out on its own. Oh, also, regardless of the distraction, chat, I gotta warn you, it's heckin' hot today. No, we're 3 minutes in. I can say it. It's fucking hot today. So expect to hear me drinking water a lot and probably have to take breaks to fill up my bottle of water more. Because it is warm.
Warm.
Okay, thank you. Good. We'll hope that the audio stays balanced in there. Oh, that's right. I don't press the button. I press the pad. So let's see. Yeah. So I got you up in the upper corner.
The Murray is hungry.
Do I do that corner or that corner? We'll put you in the upper right for now, chat. I'll see about where we want to go. Okay. All right. So to recap, we are stealing from Rajan. He is a tiger. He has the clockwork wings. We don't want him to have the clockwork wings, so we're going to take his clockwork wings. Our current plan involves winches and ballroom dancing. Oh, no, okay, we do need Sly. Is that the... Yeah, it's the elephant one.
The man in the back said everyone attack him. He did it with the ballroom.
Alright. And we keep our eyes and ears peeled for the last 3 clues.
Oh, it's specifically 3? Okay.
Yeah, we're at, what was it? Yeah, 27. So we're pretty close already.
I forget, what was the treasure in the first area? I don't think I actually saw that. I think I stepped away from it.
Let's see. It was... I think it was my knockout dive? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of which, I should put this on L1. Because then I get to do...
Oh, that was very well timed.
Yeah. So that's the combat dodge. This is another one that's real great. Doesn't use any of my thief energy.
I'm gonna be real, Omega. I know this is PS2 era, but I feel like that is something that should be in your basic kit.
Yeah, it's one of those things where obviously they're kind of like evolving the game as they keep releasing them. I feel like the combat dodge is like a like core ability in the next game that like you do have to choose to equip it because you've only got 3 buttons, so maybe you don't want to equip it. But I'm pretty sure it's like one of the ones you can get earlier. Same kind of with like Slice Smoke Bomb is like one of the first things you can buy usually too. And definitely something you'll see with Bentley's kit as we unlock some upgrades for him in the next game. Some of that shit Bentley just does by default. Like oh, this guy saw me. What are you seeing? What are you seeing, brother?
Well, it was the elephant spotlight got you.
Yeah, I kind of figured that happened. I guess that guy just jumped off it. But yeah. And yes, the combat dodge is explicitly for combat. I cannot use it when we're out there. Yeah, I'll leave you in the upper corner because if I put you in the lower corner.
I don't know, Bentley. That door looks pretty heavy. Maybe I can crawl on that hole under the steps and
And
find an
technically,
alternate route.
Accent Chat asking if there's any unused buttons. Technically, the buttons that are unused are R2, which I just hit and wasted some energy. That's okay. L2 for the combat, the knockout dive, and L1 I use for dodge. So it's like the 3 buttons they picked because in Sly 1 they didn't do anything. Like the back triggers didn't do anything, and I think both L1 and R1 were Binocucom. R1 now is sprint. And all your face buttons do something. Let's go in the elephant.
Oh!
The rat round.
Oh, I get it. It's showing that if rats, Okay, okay.
Let's swipe over here now. Just turn around and skedaddle. Oh. Sorry. Whoop. My skedaddling got a little loose. I scooched away from the microphone for a sec because I wanted to grab my remote and double check what the volume I got. Sly, I need you to go in a straight line. A little weird, but I guess it's analog stick, so.
Well, he can't go straight. He's as crooked as a thief.
Spooked.
Job well done, Sly. Now
Yes, I wanted to double check my volume there.
I need you to snatch the headdress jewels worn by both elephants. The jewels are firmly embedded, so keep whacking at them with your cane to knock one loose.
I'll need to make use of the rooftops to get to one of the elephant's backs, but it shouldn't be
Get
a
up on the
problem.
elephant's back!
And do not get trampled. Okay, no, we don't.
Nice. I hate the facial expressions.
Yeah, they're very dorky in the freeze frame. They're trying their best, but...
Yeah.
And yes, despite the fact that it doesn't really do anything, you do get knocked off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the elephant goes through phases and starts trying to schwack you. And then I think for the third it'll do something.
Probably gonna do something.
But also it, annoyingly. Okay, got me too.
So many dudes.
Let me employ the dive. The escape dive. Because he also kicked me off away from anything I can use to yump.
Okay, that's a little dumb.
It's designed to be that way. It's very interesting how, like, I think there's basically as many, like, missions as there were, like, stages in Sly 1 in each map here. And there are, more maps. Also get a load of this guy. He fucking got run over by an elephant. Sucks to suck. But the mission design for Sly 2 is a lot tighter, and there are more levels. But it also means that, like, you can both accomplish a lot more in a single mission and accomplish a lot less. So, like, this is just like, yeah, this is the whole thing. It's just get 6 saw blades, beat up 2 elephants. And so to pad it a little, they start adding new tricks, and they kick you off every time. And then it breaks afterwards, so you can't go back on that elephant anymore. You know that's not the correct elephant. Give me that health. Still, when I charge attack, gotta be careful about that. Okay, that's a real elephant. Just let's see if we can I jump up this way. I'll have to shimmy this thing. That's gone. We'll go this way. Yeah, this will work.
Lucky continues just that ballroom blitz. Lucky continues just that ballroom blitz stuck in his head.
I also think the second elephant gets faster. Should that guy live?
It's a little bit fast.
Whoop! Yeah, have to catch him on the flip. Fat whoop, don't want to go in the water. Cross the water wheel here. Alright, buddy, where are you going to turn?
Barrel wheel. Nice.
And the second one starts trying to fucking hit me. I don't think he actually does any new moves. He just trunks with more frequency and then bounced off. Yeet. Whoop. Luckily, we're right here. Flat. Oop, slipped off. Go down, go out. I don't have a jump distance for that. Gonna say though, at least I appreciate that we're not like constantly doing this under alert. There are missions that will be like that, where it's just like constantly in the alert phase, and enemies will keep spawning and chasing you. Just if you get a little bit of distance, you're fine.
I think something else, and I think I'm realizing this, because you're like doing deepy things and stuff, you're always at night, but I think that actually kind of hurts your fucking visuals a little bit. Everything's always kind of just dark. Not necessarily a fan,
Yeah,
but
there were some like day-ish areas in Sly 1, like at the very least Mesa City is at like dusk.
yeah.
No, we're going straight into the briefing.
Okay, synchronize your watches. This heist is
There
going to
you
take
go.
extreme precision.
He didn't have the
Here's the
projector
plan.
fixed.
I'll start things off by demolishing the palace's main bridge. That should cut off reinforcements from the guest house and hopefully distract the ballroom guards standing watch over the clockwork wings. Sly will then take Carmelita up on her offer for a dance, and while the crowd is transfixed by their tango, Murray will lower into the ballroom on the electronic winch. Once down, he'll cut the wings free and then winch back up for an exit. Murray should then make his way out of the palace. I'll cover his exit with the RC chopper. Once he's
Also, no,
past
you're
the
not on the PS2.
drawbridge,
This is
we're
the emulation
home free.
on PS5. But it is a PS2 game. That's why it's 4x3. Anything to sell?
I don't know. I don't know if I could figure out, like, straight up the PS2.
I
know.
looked into it before. That people did do it, but you need like converters and like splitter cables because it's oh, what is it? VGA is the 3-color.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's like VGA out. Snakes. All right, before we do the final heist, let us look around for the remaining 3 clues.
It'd be nice if we had some sort of clue radar.
Yeah, I don't remember in the first game one of the. Oh, we need to be Bentley anyway. Keep switching that up on me. In the first game, you could get a upgrade to mark all clues on your Binocucom. I don't remember if you can do that in this game.
I'm going to assume that they're probably all, like, high up. I think that's what they've mostly been in this game.
Let's see. Yeah, most of those around here. What I was going to say earlier, though, yeah, is that the third game is a lot better about daylight levels. Oh,
Okay.
I did not catch that correctly. In this one, there are a few that are like that. Like, technically, right now, I think if you look at the skybox, you know, the beautiful matte painting, it's like dusk.
Twilight.
But yes, it's very dark. There are some levels in this that are more overcast, like it's probably daytime, but, you know, it's technically lit darkly.
Yoink.
Well, let's steal that. Alright, no, there's no clue down there. Let's shimmy on up this thing. Alright, down there. There's the gong.
Yeah, I don't know what's the draw distance, how far you can look out before things are unloaded.
I think because we can zoom in, you can zoom in pretty far.
Yeah, you can see.
Or at least zooming in with your binocucom will bring things into focus, because, like, what was it? It was like the... Yeah, you can see the texture pop on that device. If I zoom too far out, it goes away, but if I zoom back in, we're in.
In it to win it.
But it does mean at least that we should be able to find some vantage points. First, let me steal whatever this guy's got in his pocket. It's glowing. That's how you know there's a treasure in there. Pen.
Pen.
Big-ass pen.
Holds a lot of ink.
Turns out the pen was not mightier than the cane. It scared me a little. I thought he was going to do a turnaround. Ooh, gold pen.
Clearly in a higher tax bracket.
Alright, nobody saw nothing. Let's just take the back way back to the hideout. Sorry, Mr. Snake. God, so many snakes. Bentley, why did we set up the hideout in the snake cave?
Probably because no one else wants to come near the snake cave. There's a bunch of snakes.
True. Where is it? No, triangle close. Square to switch, yeah. Ancestral kite. Look, we've bought all our gadgets, but free money until the next one.
It's important, as you think you said, they're going to be getting only more and more expensive.
Yeah. And we will continue to explore as Sly a little bit, just to make sure, because he has the... As the thief, he has the best options for platforming and getting around. Alright, okay. So there's no further explorations there. We've already stolen that treasure.
Yeah, if I remember of the first area, they weren't necessarily being particularly difficult with clue location, so...
Yeah, they're not
Just a matter
exactly
of
hidden. They're just... Oh! There's the sneeze.
Gotcha.
Oh. Luckily, I killed that snake with my eyes closed. But yes, they're not really hidden, per se, though these may be a little more concealed than others, but they're just, you know, out of the way. So, anything under the bridge? Anything under the bridge that way? Anything going on this
Barrel.
water wheel? Balconies. We love balconies. Let's see, I'm pretty sure we got the one that was on these already last time. So, sorry, the camera sometimes moves a little on its own. Which one you're near?
this the
Bottomless
palace?
pits. Yeah, it's the outside of the palace. Okay, so that just loops back around. So we've been here already.
Yeah, that's where the kite was. Maybe around the gas house area?
Yeah, that's the thing I was gonna hit next. Let's double check. Like, not hidden in the fountain over here or anything. Nope. And I'm pretty sure we checked all the trees over there.
Right now we're looking for the last clues. We got, what, like 3 left?
Yep. Yeah, we're not technically all done with the missions because we have to do the finale, the actual operation, but since we will be forced to leave this map when we do that, this hub, we will find the clues first. I want to say the safes in this game are not as vital as they were in the first game. And in fact, the spoilers for Sly 3, the clue and safe system is basically dropped for like more interesting like mini games and missions that are like that, of like finding clues and opening safes. I kind of feel like the clue bottles are kind of the leftovers of the classic game style.
Oh, no. Okay. No, that was just the
Blue
door.
sparkles. Yeah, there's a door icon down there. God, I hope they can't be inside. I don't think they can, it's just that would be really annoying. First of all, goodbye. Alright. Nope, nothing down there to stand on.
With us running around, I feel like these three have to be in like in some sort of close proximity. Otherwise, I feel like we would have ran into one by now.
Yeah, I probably would have seen one of them. No, is there a treasure down here? Does it have a glowing thing on it? No, okay, so we just pocket this. Now we're playing by new rules. It's called Don't Get Caught, Don't Get Hit.
I would assume that they're up high, but maybe you got all the ones up high, so maybe they're like hidden underneath balconies and tunnels and overhangs and whatnot.
And I will say, they do make a sound still, but I do feel like the little distinctive clinking sound they make is like either quieter or a lot shorter range. Nope, don't see shit. You don't see anything, brother. Just comes worse, I can always smoke bomb my way out of here. Let's see. Oh shit, that's got a blue sparkle. How the hell would I get over there, though?
Dunno.
I don't see anything up there.
Been on that bridge several times. Oh, wait, there. Turn to your left.
Oh, that balcony. Okay, let me just... here.
All right, two to go.
Let's do some precise jumps.
Big jumps.
Okay, so... Add some more cash. Ah, silver pen.
The guy had iframes for a second.
No, I think it was a hitboxing issue. He was on a slightly lower down slope than me.
Oh god.
Yeah, this... It's one of those things that you notice with these older games where it's like... Sometimes the hitboxes are generous because they're, like, janky, but in this case it's like, no, that guy was on a lower level than you, so we got a little funky with it. So let's double-check the balconies on the guest house, just kind of, like, from above here. And that's the big back balcony. Yeah, so I think that it's not going to be out here. Let's see if I can figure out where's a good area I haven't been around in. So I have been down here, and I think got one already. Yeah, it's the only places you can do it. I also don't remember how you're supposed to get back over here, because you can return to maps later, but at least part of the plan is he's going to blow up that bridge. I don't remember what they do to let you get back there. Maybe a giant trampoline? Okay, so it's not like under that. Can I get on top of that bridge? Check inside. Oh, doesn't look like it's here. Pretty sure. Got one on that spider anyway. On this big spire. But did we do all the other big spires?
What is
This is the
going
real-
on with the fucking the statues with the red stuff coming out of them? What is that?
Yeah, I don't actually know. I think I joked about this last time. Despite the fact that that's probably a crime because spice is, you know, an allegory for drugs, I think Rajan has a spice fountain.
Oh, is it just just putting spice in the water? That's why everyone listens to him. He's drugging them. He put the drugs in the water.
Alright, okay. So, not on this one. Can we make that jump? Not exactly what I planned for that jump, but good enough, Sly. Let's get rid of this guy. So, I think we've checked all these. God. Oh, Oh, Sly, please give me the extra inches. There we go. Okay. Got stuff in there. I'll look over. I don't see anything bouncing on that one. And I don't even know how you get to that one without the paraglider. Yeah, no, that's not an easy jump to do. Okay, let's look around on the ground floor again then. So, here. Let's see. Up to that balcony. There's a fucking guard coming.
Okay, so I did do a quick check and see if I can find some sort of clue map. There are some apparently that are underground, and I don't know if we got them yet.
Alright.
But I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like they're underground. Looks like none are underground in the guest quarters at the very least. So there's that. But yes, you should probably be checking like underneath buildings and whatnot where you can.
Alright, yeah. Let me ditch that guy and then let's hunt for, let's see, because there's the one spot we can like... Oh, also... Oh, there's one. Can I... No, I can't get it with this guy here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that the other one is probably in a similar sort of position.
Yeah, let's see. What's the
Yeah, forgive me for looking up the information.
No, it's better than
Cannot...
it's better that we do it rather than be here all night.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's in this tunnel. We haven't just done that before. No shit, he heard. But actually, if this guy's not gonna turn around completely, I will just obliterate him, and then we'll have a free reign to check out these tunnels. Because you're right, it probably is in these like tunnel areas that I've had no reason to go in. Yep, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
All right, and then luckily those last two are pretty close to where we need to go because Rajan's safe is inside his vault, which we get to through the sewer hole.
All right.
I think we keep I keep the burial urn. That's just it's just glued to my back.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Behold, the table mechanics. Then we run the urn back to the safe house, and we switch to Bentley.
Perf. Laser. Big ups.
All right.
I'd love to see the look on Rajan's face when he finds this vault empty. The code should be 857.
Don't ask me why Sly's hand was vibrating there, Chad.
Oh, what's this?
It was
Insanity. That's terrifying. Insanity strike. What?
All right, so hypothetically, if you wanted to insanity strike, confuse your enemies into attacking each other. So this is similar to Bentley's shrinkifying power and Murray's Fists of Flame, is I just I'll make my cane temporarily produce insanity so that when I strike my enemies, they fight each other.
Insanity would.
Strike move.
Wield the power of insanity would.
I mean, we got it in Rajan's vault, so clearly, spice.
Yeah, no, I think you just rub a bunch of spice on your cane and hit people with it.
Looks pretty spicy to
That
me.
looks... Yeah. That's pretty spice.
Oh, gosh, first person. All right, we shimmy on back to the hideout.
Woo!
Yeah, Snake, I knew you'd be there.
Yes.
I do love that. That's how the game lets you know you're sneaking behind a guard. It's just we start.
No, this game has a lot of the classic. I don't know what the exact genre I want to say, but you know, kind of comic-esque sound effects, I would say.
Yes, it's very comic book inspired and very classic cartoons. Like that's just like so Pink Panther, right?
Yeah, like King Panther, like the blaze when you're sneaking, or the BAM when you like defeat an enemy. It almost sounds like it just makes me think of you know, hearing the boof or the biff from like, you know, old Batman's.
Let's make sure to equip the Bentley size destabilizer, which
Snake!
This.
Oh, great. They're shrinking because they clearly got irradiated. Look at that.
Let everybody know how that works. Tiny little man.
Okay, how about you pick on someone your own size?
Don't you worry. I don't remember if it's in that gadget's in this game. I think it is, but there'll be an opportunity for plenty of listening to Bentley trash talk.
Okay, Bentley.
First,
Murray and I are moving into position.
We gotta do a
You
little
can demolish something that
exploding.
large.
It doesn't take an engineer to figure out how to blow up a bridge. I'll start by placing charges on all of the lower cleats. Once the structure destabilizes, those retainer rings on the upper cleats
Oh,
should
I thought we were
pop
gonna
right
do
off.
this with his bomb
That should
helicopter.
enable
No,
me
we're gonna
to
get up
bomb
close and
all of the
personal.
upper
Okay.
cleats, which will bring
Statue
it
charges,
all
baby.
crashing down.
He's the
Just watch
demo
your head when
turtle.
that thing gets unstable.
Oh, look at you with your heads full of eyeballs. So,
That's one. Oh, the bridge is starting to trouble. Better watch out for falling stones.
by the way, yes, these rocks are hazards. They have video game shadows.
Down here.
Away!
That's it for the lower section. Now for the base support
Ow.
beams.
Ooh, got it. Slow down a little. There we go. I had to get a little further away. Woo!
Now you gotta do the next one.
Oh shit! I'm gonna get fucking killed by rocks in this range. Jesus. Yep. Damn. Very aggressive.
I'm gonna be real, Bentley. Why are we using timed explosives with like super short timers?
I mean, technically, I think I can use my trigger bombs for this, but I can only lay one at a time. Bentley can't go to afford enough different radio controllers at Radio Shack for all of them. Okay, these are double single, right? No, that's okay. Speed is of the essence.
Like, you don't need multiple radio
3 more to go.
frequencies. You just need one. You just need the.
I know. I'm joking because it's one button to throw and also use the trigger bomb.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Nope, I was wrong. It's L1 or R2 for the trigger bombs. I'll check if I'm still playing this.
I'll warm up the van and get ready with the RC chopper.
Hey, Bentley, I have a question. How are you getting back?
The bridge is destroyed. Take all the manpower you need and look into it.
All right. Now I gotta get my rhythm game on, everybody.
Murray, you in position?
Check.
It looks like Bentley's.
This has
a
got to
little
be a
distracted
hell of
with
a
the
dance.
trip. Initiate phase 2. I'll take care of Carmelita and the crowd. You handle the heavy lifting. Miss Fox,
Hell yeah,
I
Carmelita
believe you
leg.
owe me a dance.
I'm into
About
it.
time. I thought you had left.
Just waiting for the perfect moment.
Just Murray up there.
Yep. Pay attention to him, chat. I will not be because
Oh, he's actually
I
coming
got
down.
shit to do. Yeah.
I do like the effect that in the
Familiar to me.
background he is
Law
slowly
enforcement.
lowering down.
I often deal with police while on the job.
You can also see, chat, that it's a little generous with the timing.
Oh, he only got one right now, is it?
No, he's got both up there.
Oh, okay, he does.
Slow on that second one. Bah. Bum, bum, bum.
Tell me, stranger, what's your name?
Why ruin the moment?
Huh? I don't understand.
The wings! What happened to the clockwork wings?
What? How? Who could have? What? Cooper!
Yep. Clockwork's wings. Could have sworn they were bigger. Now we helicopter.
Oh, so you gotta protect Okay.
Yes, we still have to escort Murray while I'm in the helicopter, which, you know, kind of automatically flies. This is gonna get a little crazy.
These things are heavy.
Because I can friendly fire him, I'm pretty sure.
Well, he does have a health bar down there, so yes.
Yeah, it's not instant. But I am, like I said, pretty sure we can accidentally blow him up a little.
This is tense.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah, he took a turn. Don't know why he did that. Also, as you may have guessed from how this thing is, steering of the helicopter drone, not great. It has inertia. Actually, maybe I don't friendly fire Murray. Or if I do, it's only if I hit him directly.
The Murray is tough.
The Murray is undeterred. I do think I one-shot these guys, though, which is good. Yeah.
Not far to go.
Nice. Nice.
We're almost home free.
Hey, don't throw that shit at my friend, Murray. Even if Murray is tough enough to survive taking a thrown sword to the gut. Okay, we're good. We parked the van right there.
Punch it.
Bum, bum, ba-da-bum.
Woo, 17%.
After the gang and I got away with the clockwork wings, Carmelita blew her cover and started making arrests left and right.
That exposed leg gives me life.
With his reputation in shambles, Rajan was forced to flee from his own party. He's now in hiding, somewhere deep in the jungle. The gang and I took a break and headed for Bollywood. It took some doing, but we eventually snuck Murray onto the set of a full-blown Indian musical. I was happy the guys got to unwind, but Rajan was still out there. And somehow, I knew things were about to get tough.
Ominous.
Oh, that's true. You didn't actually fight Rajan.
Nope.
I'm about to say it's all like, huh? I felt like that went off a little clean.
Yeah, so this is something that Sly 2 does is the Fiendish Five were built up pretty good. Like, they all had distinct backstories, and all of them have fairly decent personalities when you actually get to them. Maybe not Sir Raleigh the Frog, but his dialogue is very funny. We do a lot more with the Claw Gang to actually, like, build up, give them personality, have them show up, and we don't necessarily instantly defeat them. So here's Rajan. Here's his V2 portrait. This was number 1. This is number 2.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
let's begin episode 3. The Predator awakes.
Oh, did he have 2 parts?
Yes.
He had the wings and the heart.
It took some detective work, but the gang and I managed to track down where Rajan had gone into hiding. Somehow, he'd managed to transform a long-forgotten temple into the thriving center of his spice operation, and it's there where we'll find him.
Oh, so now you gotta break down his actual
The
spice.
jungle, too thick to drive through, forced us to walk the long distance to our target. We ran into a few problems along the way, but pushed on.
The Murray is heavy.
Also, by the
For
way,
the
those
temple,
machetes that
there's
Bentley and
more
Murray
than
had,
just Rajan's
never see him
hideout.
again.
It was also home to the Clockwork Heart. A pump so strong and tireless, it could increase spice production tenfold. Good for Rajan, but awful for the rest of the world. Hope he's not counting on that heart too much, because tonight, it comes home with me.
Gasp.
Johnny Quest ass title screen. Well, let's see if we can buy some new things. What do we got? Okay, yep. Ooh, the stealth slide. I love this shit. Give me that. So let's actually switch off the combat dodge for that. So this is actually an ability that in Sly 3 they nerfed, because they said before, right, it's the stealth slide. So, woo! Wee! Waha! And it uses very
What does
little
that
energy.
do?
Oh, it just lets me go fast, but it's stealthy, so enemies don't hear me. In Sly 3, they change it to rocket boots, which enemies definitely hear. Because, like I said, this... you know, it's a fucking stealth platform game on the PS2, so I won't say it's, like, broken, but the stealth slide's really strong. But let's look around. As you noted, Lucky, technically I don't know if this is supposed to be at night or during the day. Oh, got a little too close.
Look at him spin. Jesus.
Yeah, he spins to win.
Oh, Jesus. He also has uppers.
Yeah, they kept up. But let's pull out my binocular camera and look at the sky. So yeah, no
It's
sign if it's
overcast, but
day or night for sure.
I would say, yeah, no, but it's still very dark, and I don't like it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is we kept the dark theme, and in the intro, Sly said tonight, and there was a moon. So I think we're trying to imply that it's happening at night. But to change things up, we've got rain. All right, so where exactly?
Honestly, thinking about it, I probably would have had you doing like a lot of the prep work like in the daytime and whatnot, and then we do the plane tonight, and then you have the dramatic change tonight. Maybe they didn't want to do that because guess what? Having a fucking different skybox would probably suck.
Yeah, making especially because, like I said, there are several more hub levels in this than there were in Sly 1. And you can't even really say that, like, the last level of Sly, right, the Krakow volcano where Clockwork is, that's just, like, a series of missions, right? You can't even walk around in that world. So this one has quite a lot more maps. Because, let's see, this is the 3rd episode. I think there are 7 episodes total. And all of them are, like, fully built-out hubs. So, they were quite a bit more ambitious with this game. expanded things out. So yeah, it may just be that they did not have the time or technology to build multi-stage lighting. It's the kind of thing that, like, if... Well, especially because fucking the devs of this game were Sucker Punch, who, you know, are made most recently Ghost of Tsushima and are releasing Ghost of Yote later this year. The people currently working there, absolutely no cinematography. I do not know, actually, if, like, currently... I'll just walk into the mission to get rid of these guys. I don't know if currently Sucker Punch actually owns the IP for Sly Cooper anymore. But, like, definitely if you remade this game, or you know, remade any of the trilogy, or did a new game, that sounds like the kind of thing that would happen, right? Like, you would do daytime stuff to prep, and then night would be, the heist,
Nice
obviously.
work, Bentley. I'll take a hidden passage over the front door any day.
All right, let's sneak inside and take some pictures. So, let's see. I think it was... Actually, I can just ping my objectives. Oh, who? That guy. Ow. Tree roots. Oh, and there's another clue up there. On this tree. So, where exactly do they want me to go? Yeah, it is over there. Whoop! Collision physics.
Woo! What the fuck did he just throw?
He just threw a little laser drone at me. Cooked me real good. Let's try that shit again, Sly. Ah, cheap ass.
Oh, do you know what else is cheap? His life!
So I can't get around that way. Yes, we have to shimmy behind the waterfall the long way. Oh, that guy's over there.
Oh, shimmy.
Fucking... You seriously, Snake?
Snake!
Don't turn around.
I think he just turned around when you stole his pen.
You
How?
guys have no periph. They're high on the spice. No peripherals. Also, I'm gonna be honest. Even if we opened it up, that grate does not look like Sly could fit through there. That is a tiny-ass grate.
Lego, you found the spice-growing facility. Now, from what I know of photosynthesis, all the expensive equipment should be found at the top of this room. That access tube should get you up there.
All right, I'll head for the top.
I don't know exactly what photosynthesis has to do with this, Bentley, but sure.
Wow.
Fucking ups on that.
Yeah.
Fight your friends. He did fight his friend. I think he killed him. No, that's out of bounds. Alright.
Excuse me.
So we can go down. But we need to get to that rope line.
Going around.
Do not technically have to do that jump, but...
Oi. Oh, I didn't make the wow sound.
I did a little bit. I think the sound.
Okay,
actually
as long
might
as you're in the
be
thing, you don't
nice.
actually take the water damage. That's good.
Yeah. Also, that guy did not see me at all, which is very funny. We're up here now. There's a snake in this. Snake in this. Actually, no, there's not.
Some of the vines around here are really slippery. Jump and hit the circle button to go for a ride.
There you go. Apparently, you forgot to mention this is the ability learned from my ancestor, Tennessee Kid Cooper. The rail slide. Which also, canonically, we used on Vines first, because you got it at the end of Mission 2 in Sly 1.
Here we go. Time
What?
for
Oh,
a
that's
few
the heart.
recon photos.
Some military-
How is that powering anything? Oh, I guess it is.
The heart is being used to super
I guess it is plugged in, it looks like it. Although it looks like it's just stuck in a fucking claw machine.
Yeah, you know, there are some model limitations, but I believe.
Get out.
Oh, he's got the other half.
Half the clockwork heart on that stick.
That's right. But I believe that, yeah, it's supposed to be, like, slammed into a machine, so it's just like a giant diffuser.
That
Jeez.
crane is keeping half of the heart suspended.
So I should double check that my audio setup's still correct in the game side.
There's the entrance to this level.
Make sure it's set to
Only I
TV,
can't
not
figure
surround
out
or
how to
something.
get in here from the temple's exterior.
It is a little quiet for me, but actually,
Bring
that
those
might be
photos
my
back
end.
to the safe house.
Yeah, it's a little quiet for me as well, but I need to.
Actually, no, my extra TV is up higher normally than it usually is. Son of a bitch.
The presentation time. We'll adjust after that.
The clockwork heart is under some steep security. Heck, Rajan is carrying half of it.
Look at his eyes, they're so dilated. He's high on the
Get
spice.
the goods, I'll need to gather some more information. Sly will plant a bug in Rajan's office, while I lift the spice operation
didn't actually plant the
blueprints
bug
off
in the
the
last area,
Spice
did we?
Lord, while he makes his rounds.
Nope, not yet.
Unfortunately, while we're collecting intelligence on him, he'll be collecting data on us with an elephant-driven satellite array. Take it out, or he'll be able to intercept all of our communications.
Okay. Money.
Yeah, it's just a permanent upgrade. But let's get the sleepy time bombs.
A classic.
All right, so let's see. We got a Bentley mission over there. Which one is that? Can you lower it into my field of view? No. Okay, I guess not. I'll figure out what
I'm just
mission that is later.
fucking Sly just stands over the rock. I can't.
She's leaning because it's technically a lip. Is there a guy down here? Nope. Okay. There you go. So yeah, that's the water bug run and free the elephants. And then what's the Bentley one? Is lead Rashawn. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be one of the ones we're due for a little funny. But I'll grab the closer one. But let me. No, set to speaker. Music volume is maxed. Effects volume is maxed. Okay, it's just a little quiet then. Actually, no, I should leave it paused because I'm going to step away for a second, chat. I'll be right back.
Don't worry, guys. I'll stay here with you. Though when Megan comes back, I'll probably go step away myself. But we're not gonna leave you alone, chat. Fortunately, Lucky isn't to have much to say about this. I talked about this. I never played any of the Slies. If we ever do like a Jack and Daxter set, I'll probably ask to lead that. Well, at least on Jack 2 and Jack 3. Jack 2 was my absolute jam. Same with Jack 3. Jack and Daxter was fun, but much like the Sly 1 to Sly 2. Actually, no, I think I want to say fucking Jack 2 actually did an even bigger jump from Jack and Daxter. Because from Jack and Daxter to Jack 2, we basically went from a collectibles gathering platformer to a fucking almost pretty much open world action adventure, which was really good. It was like fucking. It was almost like, sci-fi fantasy GTA in a way. You could steal vehicles, you can get in fights with guards, you had this big old. It wasn't ever like super huge, much like GTA was, but there were still like, distinct areas you can fly around. Like I said, and then Jack 3, we actually got, more of that open world when they added the buggies, and you can have different kind of buggies. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love it. I'm not entirely sure about if it was trying to do a GTA, because actually, you know what? I'm curious. Let me go look when Jack 2's release date was.
I believe
I'm
it was
curious.
after GTA 3. Hi, I'm back, by the way. Chat probably heard me distantly sneezing as I turned on my microphone.
It was 2003. It says.
I don't remember if, because there's been some discussions about this. I don't remember if it was intentionally like, oh, we're gonna clone GTA, because obviously, like, Jack 2 is much darker than Jack 1, but it is not like a GTA exactly either.
No,
It's still only rated T for
by
T.
the way, Grand Theft Auto 3 was 2001.
So yeah, Jack's development was probably influenced by it, but I don't know if they were like, oh, we're gonna make a GTA clone. Those are popular,
I don't think. Okay, yes, no. So Vice City was the more recent. That was 2002. So we had 3 in 2001, Vice City in 2002, and then Jack 2 came out 2003, and San Andreas, which is my personal favorite GTA, came out 2004. So, well, actually, let me double check when the first Jack and Daxter came out. Hang on 8 seconds.
Precursor Legacy would have been what? 2000? 01?
That's pretty grim. You got a plan for shutting it down?
Don't I always? Now, the local spice
Yeah, 2001.
are illegal for good reason. Eat too
So,
many and you'll go into a
I don't know if it necessarily had a lot of influence, but they might have.
Keep that stuff away from Murray.
Them at Naughty Dog probably said,
Put some
"Alright,
spice
we
bugs in the
want to
elephant's
do
feed
something a little bit
He
more
chows down,
darker
gets
and
all
maybe go a little
crazy,
bit more
and then
open."
Presto, the satellite's in pieces.
crude interpretation of the plan,
But
accurate. The trick here is harvesting
Like,
the spice.
there are mechanics in Jack 2 that are obviously inspired by GTA. You can jack cars and stuff like that. You've got a free roaming city to wander around in. And I guess you could say the mission structure can be kind of like GTA-esque, right? Because,
Yeah.
you get
Usually
you
you
get calls
have
from
to-
your
you
buds
run
and go places.
yeah, you usually find important NPCs and you go do stuff. No, I was just talking about it. It's all like if I can't really
Friend.
I can't really comment too much. Blech! I can't comment too much on the side franchises. I never played it. Like I said, like the big 3, I think probably back in the day were probably like for like the cartoon franchise platformers. It was Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, and Ratchet and Clank.
The PlayStation pillars.
And I never. I played some Ratchet and Clank, but it was past the. I think it was like when they had like the remake of the first game. And like I said, I never played a Sly Cooper, but I owned 3 Jacks, like the 3 Jak and Daxter games, Jackass Combat Racing, and I technically own Lost Frontier. I have never played it. I bought it after the fact, just to say that I have it.
Mm-hmm. Also, Chad, I'm not falling for that shit. Chat tried to get me to do the equivalent of Alt F4. Though I do wonder if the pause menu... They probably should, because this is just an emulation. I don't remember if the pause menu cheats will work in this version or not. But Yeah, there you can enter cheat codes to skip to specific episodes. I think I had a save corruption issue when I was a kid and had to do that. Like, I saved over, the data didn't save correctly to the memory card, and I had to, like, jump to the correct level. But you can also reset to the tutorial or restart the current episode. I think you need 100% completion for the gadget. By the way, we're looking for spice plants. We got one. We need to get more. There's one more. Also, going up high like this is a great way to look for clues. Whoop! Walked right off. Almost fell into the infinite abyss. Now to the tricky tower.
Oh, okay. I thought I was losing my mind. The tower is swaying.
Oh, yeah, no. You can hear it.
I was about to be like, do I need to go lay down?
No, that's not the spice hitting you, brother. This tower is actually moving. Also, yes, this dome thing is, like, not 100% real. But, yeah, this thing rattles around. It is very interesting to me. I wonder, you know, how much they deliberately coded it and stuff. I don't actually want the speed mode. I prefer the slow mode. But no, like, a lot of things in this game have, like, radials of sound. Like, obviously, there's the sneaking sound. There's the grinding of the tower. The clues are, like, much smaller in their radiuses. And it's interesting, because, obviously, like, you probably should be able to hear some of these things from a little farther away, but it's a great way to not, like, distract you with extra sound. Like, I only heard that clue when I was literally right over here, but it was a good way to let me know, hey, there's a clue over there. That makes me wonder if that is actually still in, just because that sounds like a licensing thing. I'm gonna be honest, despite playing these games pretty thoroughly, I don't, other than maybe, like I said, I think I might have actually needed to use one of the skip to specific episode codes. Because you don't need to do that retroactively. I actually did not futz around with cheats in any of these games. This was the era, the classic era of the cheat code, though.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at them right now. There is one to restart current episode, and one to go to the tutorial. And then warps, the mega jump gadget, which you need 100%. And then, yeah, the Tom gadget, which is one with the, you know, the Sly 1 bonus gadgets. And then, which is the Tom gadget, and the Time Rush ability, which is the code that Mr. Dan was, excuse me, Cordell, tried to get you to enter without considering your feelings.
Oh, this water's not that deep. Ha ha!
Safe.
I mean, like I said, and you mentioned as well, you know, there's tutorials to go back in progress later, so I'm like, Chad, I'm not entering codes you give me. I've streamed long enough, I've been in this business long enough to know we don't do that. I don't think anybody's really tried that hard to prank me in live stream chat yet, but I know better. And like I said, I don't really... God, I remember that clue being very annoying this entire time. Hold on, let's get rid of this guy. Just so I can try and do some yumps without worrying about it.
The spice! Or actual spice.
I do actually think the mega jump shit would be good for this, but we can't do it. God, how did I do this? Is it like on this side?
Can you shoot it with, like, Bentley?
No, we've tested that. Yeah, the shooting does not interfere with things. There we go.
There you go.
did some weird bullshit. That you can tell though the way I like slid off that arch. The physics of this thing are set up to make that clue harder to get than it looks. All right, I will not grab this glass vase because we're still in the middle of getting spice plants. Actually, kind of surprised there wasn't one up there. Are they marked? They are marked. Okay. There's one back there. That tree. That tree has a spice plant. Let's go get that one. Technically, I should probably be saving up for the Juggernaut throw by grabbing these guys' rewards, but
There'll be plenty of opportunity to make more money.
no.
Yeah, you started with a pretty good fund.
I mean, yeah, we've already bought 2 of the 3 gadgets that were unlocked at the start of this map, so
Doing fine.
just gonna leave those guys alone when we jump up here and steal this.
The spice. That is a horrible face. It looks like Sly just took a bite out of it.
Yeah, I think he was just doing a yeah gesture. The funny thing is, I don't think he actually is changing his expressions in those screens. That's just his default face. Look at the camera, Sly.
Slightly terrifying.
Sly? He's shy. Shy Cooper. I don't get enough ups. I'm practically
All right,
horizontal.
but I mentioned this earlier, but I will be right back myself.
He'll be right back. Okay, we're at 10 clues, and I think all the plants we need are over on that side. So let's go shimmy our way over there. Hey, that guy doesn't move. I thought he heard something. Can I? No, I cannot. I remember this map being kind of, like, annoying to get around in. I don't want to say it's like they don't want you to go on certain things, but just kind of the way it's, like, coded and designed. There's quite a few areas where you just kind of slip and slide around. God, this place is a fucking clue bonanza. A clue smorgasbord. A clorgasbord, if you will. And I do want to try and grab as many of these as I can. Seeing them all in these places, though, is making me go, God, I miss the fucking paraglider so much. I'm glad the paraglider is a fucking mandatory buy in 3. Okay, so we gotta get to the top of that one. What's the best way to do that? That guy get banished to the river. Please let them be. Yes, they're not letting me. Good. Because I have an itchy ear. Okay. There's a little thing we need for something later. That way is all this shit not ocean compliant. Okay, so how the heck do we get to and from there? Is there a... No, that's a water point. God, I wish I could paraglide. God, it's a little them. Excuse me, sir. Pardon me. Okay, so we can get up that tricky tower. There we go. All right, now we're here. Now we got this. Chat stepped away for a second to rummage. Alright, so let's go up here. And I do like that you can fight the current when it comes to the slides. Whee! Okay, so we need to go that way anyway. In a sec for a clue, so we'll backtrack. And we're already halfway through our clues. Actually, I'm not sure. Slime might be doing a slight grin when he does that. It's not a very good expression. Bye. Alright. 6 spicy plants acquired.
Fly, now take all the spice plants you've collected to the elephant's feed basket.
And while we're here, we can... Alright, cool. Got some spice, got some clues. We're cruising USA. I did indeed hear a clue up there. All right, kids,
Sayonara, satellite array.
let's drug an elephant. I've always been a big fan of the stealth slide, aka the rocket boots. The smoke bomb's kind of annoying in Slide 2. In Slide 3, they made it use way less bar, less meter. So it's a lot more useful
All
to
right,
just,
Lucky's
like,
back.
do a quick getaway. All right, what you missed, Lucky, was I doped an elephant, and it has let slip its bonds. So it is no longer powering this satellite array.
Oh, is that what we're getting the spice plants for?
Yes. They made the elephant's eyes turn red and everything. Where's the next slide?
Would it have just been easier to steal some actual spice?
I mean, we just, we did it. We just fed him raw spice. Because Bentley did say in the intro there, why spice is illegal, because if you eat too much spice plant, you will become spice rage. It's like bath salts. I will say, I do like the atmosphere of this level. This level is annoying as hell, because, like, there's a lot of trees and tree cover, which breaks up your sight lines, so it's a lot harder to tell where your areas are. That's another thing that they fixed for Sly 3, which is... Can you guys... No. Okay, fine. Yep. All right, cool. When you click, it'll actually, like, do a ping towards where you need to go. Okay, I need to go up onto that. Do that this way. He'll never catch me climbing these vines. It's another tricky tower. Slippy slidey.
Sly, the insect in that pool is a rare Indian water bug. If you can carry it into Rajan's office, its wings will transmit local sound waves at a frequency I can monitor.
Let me get this straight. We're gonna bug Rajan's office with a bug?
It is an elegant plan, I agree. Now pay attention. That water bug can only survive in stagnant pools. If kept out of water too long, it'll become unhappy and likely draw the attention of local guards.
Looks like there's a few pools along the way to Rajan's
I see you're gonna have to
office.
dash from pool
A
to pool.
short swim every now and then
Yep.
should keep our little friend quiet.
So, we stand next to bug. Press circle. Got it. Circle to put it back. Alright. We just do some hauling ass.
Oh, I see. He gets
Yep.
red when he's... Makes sense.
This asshole. Bye. Okay, so we're going to Rajan's office over there. Where is the next good pool? I think it'll be... Can I make it up there? Sorry, bud. Not enough time. Pretty sure there's supposed to be a pool something. There's one up there. Boy, you can hear that see that guy hearing me though from a mile away. Shit. Luckily, they have no idea where I am standing up here. Can I make that jump? Nope. Excuse me, guys. Here we go. Here's one. Yes, we have crazy PS2 era knockback. Anyway, fight your friend.
I think he landed on his friend.
Yeah, I think he's just confused. Okay, so we gotta get up. Just gotta do this run. Do not call for friends. Perish.
Cool.
Alright. Reset the timer?
You did a spin.
Oh boy, that's right. This. Sly and ledges. I can spot a snake. Pot of snakes a mile away. And yes, this is the spot we go to hit up his
Excellent. I've already tuned in
safe
to
later.
wing
We're
vibrations.
doing pretty good. We're at like 18 or 19.
Wing vibration?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, cartoon logic, but yeah, the way this works is this beetle, like, is sensitive to sound, and this causes its wings to, like, vibrate in a way that produces, I think, radio waves is what Bentley is implying, but at the very least he says it's something he can monitor, so I don't know, maybe it's ultrasonic.
Okay. Okay, sure. Sure. It's cartoon logic.
It exists only so Sly can say the line, "We're gonna bug him with a bug." That is exactly 100% why it exists. Which, you know, we did it for the pun, so. All right, so
Do it for the puns.
the Benster is down there. Alert? Did that guy live? He living somewhere? No. Actually, that reminds me. Was there a treasure here we could grab? Yes. Since we got to go back to the hideout anyway and swap with Bentley, give me that shit. One thing I will say that is a... Whoops, I missed the circle button on that, though. But I was going to say, one thing that is a positive about this level is that you can pretty easily get some serious height and just avoid guys for a lot of it. But also, this place is a fucking maze. Look at this shit.
Just every time you make the sound, the stealth slide sound.
Yeah. Now, I hope everybody is ready to hear that sound a lot. Like I said, I like to stealth slide. It's very useful. Okay, so...
Surprised you're not using it
hideout's
more.
up there. See right now. Just trying to figure out.
Like he's gonna put in some FGO time before I forget.
Now, why they just put 3 vines there you have to climb? I don't know. Okay, so...
I didn't mean to hit that ability. I have fucked myself already. Good job, Lucky. Fuck it, scuff throwing time. Whoop! Money!
Bye, suckers.
Yoink!
He called the base. We can't get him. Crystal
Whoa.
flask.
Good amount of money on that crystal flask.
Oh, we want to go over one more to Bentley. All right, so let's assign the snooze bomb to R2. Oh, waste some energy. Yeah, so the trigger bomb is... Yeah, if I press it again, it detonates. All right, now Bentley has to figure out how to get over there.
Very carefully.
My reach is awful. Okay, but he died. All right.
But then he died.
Y'all know what I mean about that
Wow.
PS2 knockback. Also, I swear to God, that guy was doing his fucking power slide just to mock me. Get in the river. I will put you in the river. Nobody can swim. Ow. God, Bentley has terrible reach. I mean, I know it makes sense, but it's annoying sometimes. They do go out of their way to make sure, though, that everybody does have, you know, kind of unique game feel. Yeah, I think our best way is to go up here. I will say that that is something that the next game does improve, is kind of your basic mobility for everybody. Because something people will probably notice as me playing this is that getting around as even Murray, but especially Bentley, without his extra abilities is tough. Are there platforms on this wheel that I can get up? No. Shit. Can we just abuse physics? Nope. Damn. So we'll keep going the long way around. Is there a mushroom jump over here? Or a ramp? Okay, there's a ramp way over here. With Murray, I did purchase the turnbuckle jump ability, so he can, like, at least, you know, high jump. Alright, that's it. Get small. Get shrunk, idiot. You hit your own bud. Good job. You feel proud of yourself? Yeah, you guys are gonna kick my ass. Because they can just casually walk outside of my slapping range.
Well, I think that's the point of Murray's. You're not supposed to get into slapping range. Supposed to throw bombs.
It is true,
gadgets.
but there were two of those guys after me, and I will say, like, it doesn't matter now because they're like all on me. Oh, my life is one, but yeah, the reload time of the crossbow is too long. But crossbowing, you do have a sound it produces that will alert guards. God, is there a faster fucking way to get over there? There really isn't. Like I said, this level's very atmospheric and cool, and the story's good. I do not like the layout of this level because Murray and Bentley here have a very bad time with verticality. Yeah, it's my regular bomb. No, it's my sleepy time bomb. Let's see. Yeah, I can't. I can double jump, but I have at least. Yeah, later we improve Bentley's gadgetry a lot, but he starts with the probably the worst mobility. Yep, literally nowhere to go from there. I guess we'll just walk the whole way. And yes, the stealth video game probably wants me to be stealthier, but I'm just trying to get to the mission start, you know? We're not even doing anything yet. Have to dart this guy. And then blow his ass up.
There's only violence.
Guy's toast. I really hope there's not two of those guys around the corner. Nope, just one guy, looks like. They Bentley can hide under. Whoop.
Whoop.
So yeah, they hear if it whizzes by. Fuck with that guy.
God, you gotta run so far.
Yeah, and like the annoying part is Sly would have done this in like 5 seconds. That's literally a rope like right there. I would just jump and circle button.
As I expected, Rajan is out for his daily tour of the operation. My sources claim he always carries 3 blueprints on him, which, when read together, tell you everything about his spice operation.
Too bad he doesn't have that section of the clockwork heart we saw during the recon. You could just pump him full of sleep darts and we could all go home.
Unfortunately, my sleep darts aren't powerful enough to affect Rajan.
What? How are you gonna get at those blueprints?
I'm gonna be real. That's just putting rhinos to fucking sleep. I'm pretty sure I'll put a tiger to sleep.
Which, if eaten whole, will force even him to nod off for a while. Once he's asleep, I'll creep in and lift the blueprints.
That's fine and all, but how do you plan on luring him over to the watermelons?
I've equipped my sleep darts with a sonic disruptor. The strange sounds they make should be enough to lead the ever-curious Rajan from place to place.
Yeah, so we gotta steal blueprints from Rajan. Now he's taking a nap. And this guy's like, boss, should you be taking a nap? But if you hold still long enough... Oh, hold on, he's moving. Ah, God, there's a guard coming too. Whoop. I think that guy saw me. Give me that. Gotta get out of here. Got to skedaddle. Bentley, away! Alright, where's our next watermelon? Right here. So let me try and hide up on this. And you can see, chat, the extra difficulty is, you know, while you lead Rajan, you also sometimes lead guards.
Just big nom sounds.
He's a big cat. You know what that means, chat? Big trouble.
That means he needs big boxes.
Just make fucking, you know, Scooby-Doo running sounds whenever he wakes up and I gotta get the fuck out of there.
You really do gotta get the fuck out of there.
Whoa.
I find that a little obnoxious that he immediately wakes up when you get the plans.
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess their alternative, because it is timed, is just you wait it out. But then I don't actually know how long you gotta wait, so that might also be annoying.
That's true.
God, is that the last one? Okay. Start playing this game. Now, Rajan, hear me. Start that guy. Yes.
Oh, that's not good.
Whoop. Well, you hear me
Okay.
dart this guy. Never mind, I missed that guy twice. Rajan is not stuck up behind me, so I think that it's not a problem. Okay, now, how the flip am I gonna lead him to that watermelon? Is that the only one in the neighborhood? Oh, shit. Oh, got a little cooked. Stand in my sleep bump. Oh my god! Also, my damage is terrible. Let's see if I can tweet these guys. There we go. Okay. Circle strip
Nice.
into bombs. Okay. Alright.
Perf.
Now, where the fuck is Rajan? Up there.
All according to Kikaku.
Just as planned. Fortunately, I don't really know how the fuck to get to where Rajan went. Oh, never mind. He's down there. Okay. Unfortunately, I do think that is literally the last watermelon. So he kind of jumps up there. Stay curious, bud. Okay. Camera? Thank you.
Wait, how are you gonna make him?
Now, if it's in range, I think he will pathfind his own. Yeah.
Yeah, he just do big jump.
Now, how am I gonna get over there? We're gonna find out. We're gonna really test that timer of how much watermelon time he has. Okay, so.
Oh, there's a bridge right there. And there is a little jumpy.
Not here.
Yoink.
Didn't matter, got the blueprint.
What? The blueprints. Oh, they have been stolen.
And then Rajan just power jumps away.
Standing right there.
Great deal, Lord Bentley.
So dumb.
Yeah, that's specifically
Bentley-
something that they improve for Bentley later, but it's very
I got
clunky in
some
this
bad
game.
News. Rajan has gone into hiding somewhere in the temple. I guess the destruction of his satellite array and my invasion of his personal space to get the blueprint spooked him. To get his portion of the Clockwork Heart, we'll need to drive him out into the open. Given Rajan's spy-saddled temper, I'd recommend making him angry.
Just a clean
We'll
close
destroy
up
the
on
center
his
of his
fucking
operation,
dilated
the
eyes.
Spice
Which you
Grinder.
know because we're using the old-fashioned, like,
Then we'll
overhead slide
demolish the
projector.
dam
Like,
above the temple in an attempt
Bentley had to,
flood it
like,
out.
print and
If
blow up
doesn't
that picture.
work, I've made arrangements to exchange one of the temple's facade rubies for some high explosives, which, if necessary, we can use to flood the whole temple grotto. If my psychological profile is accurate, Rajan should pick up the other half of the Clockwork Heart before making his escape, effectively bringing it to us.
Anything in our pockets?
Thief net.
I figured it's square to switch, triangle to exit. There you go. Okay. So let's see. Got another sly. Ooh, sly. 4 slides. 3 slides. 1
Got a
Bentley.
lot to do.
And we still got 8 clues to grab. And since we've already accessed where the area is, we can do that whenever. Over there. Fucking snakes.
Snake. I say that way too often.
Right,
Wait for it.
Ow. You simply cannot. Alright, okay. So it only comes down at ground level, but let's look around a little first. Oh, up there. It's like I hear it. Three. Pretty sure we hit the circle button there to jump on something, but sure. At least there wasn't a bottomless pit or a lot of water down there. And I can see that there is a item to grab. It's got a timer on it. I'm gonna try and do that right now. I mean, we could use the cash, so yeah.
Speed.
This is the shit where the slide comes in handy.
Cartoon ass timer.
You gotta be careful because it's hard to slide up hills. We're going downhill, great speed. Alright, let's go sell whatever the fuck that was. Gilded Scepter.
Shiny.
There's quite a lot of cash. Alright, and then we'll buy the Murray, the Juggernaut Throw. We won't get to use Murray for a little bit, but let's get out there. Going back here. No. Only a silver
Both of
pen.
them.
This guy's not making the big bucks. No, he's not making anything. And did I hear a clue kind of above me, or is that just the ambient rain sounds? I think it was just the rain. There was a clue up here. You could actually see it in the picture Bentley showed, but I got it earlier. Anything up here? Not immediately. Well, let's go to that slide mission right there, then. All right.
According to Rajan's blueprints, you're near the spice grinding facility. However, the passage is blocked by those laser fences.
Looks like they're using TNT to create these catacombs. Maybe I can borrow some to destroy the fences. You're the demolitions expert. How am I supposed to use that stuff?
Oh, it's simple. Just jump in, walk the barrel to your target, jump out, and get clear of the blast radius. But be careful around floor lasers, Sly. The TNT barrels won't work on them.
So it's all very simple. Also, hey, it's been, several months, but hopefully everybody remembers Sly and Barrels.
Barrels.
Yeah, I died because I just walked right up to it, but that's what you're supposed to do. We jump out and get clear. So it's in this, and then get out, and it blows up. Bentley said, it won't work on floor lasers. Technically, it doesn't work on any laser. Like the actual lasers blow up the TNT. Like that. No, actually, that was a floor path, so I don't think I need to do that anyway. So let's go. And you do instantly perish. Because, you're inside a barrel of TNT. Random laser pattern. It's cooperating. So I think we gotta...
I'm within visual range of the spice grinder. What's next?
Rajan won't come out of hiding while spice is still being manufactured. If we destroy the grinder, he'll be out of business and have no reason to stick around the temple.
Great. We do the world a favor and Rajan's forced out into the open.
Start by getting a hold of that TNT down there. It's worth mentioning that guards won't be able to detect you if you stay still while in the TNT barrel.
The classic.
Nice. An explosive disguise.
Place the explosive near that grinding wheel, and it'll be blown to bits.
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, I just can't stop giggling over the fucking.
While Sly walks in his tippy toes inside the barrel.
Yeah.
Pretty sure these guys will root around the barrel, but also they don't hear me, so.
Sly, I'm gonna be real. Get just tiptoeing around in the barrel. Explosives. Oh.
That's what Bentley told him to do.
Sly, you were dropped on your head as a kid.
No, he was educated in an orphanage.
You know, that probably would also lead to this kind of thinking that this is a good idea.
Yeah, Sly's not as book dumb as Murray is, but he's not, usually portrayed as the most intelligent one. He gets by a lot on thiefly instincts,
Thiefly instincts and charisma and guile. But no, it's like, I don't understand why just not picking up a single one of these sticks and throwing it on the damn thing when it
I mean, I
Wouldn't
don't think
accomplish the same thing.
these... I will say at least, the barrels don't, like, the TNT sticks in the barrel don't have fuses, so...
Yeah,
Like,
well,
I don't
know what Sly's doing to fucking ignite them when he jumps out of a fucking barrel.
Yeah, like I said, that's just Bentley saying to do it. I gotta get a little closer.
The Murray wonders how Sly lit the fuses. I mean, Bentley told me to do it, Murray.
He just said jump and hit the circle button. Well, I mean, yes, he also experienced childhood trauma, but that doesn't actually, like...
Get the TNT barrel into that basin filled with spice dust.
Hard.
What's going on down there? It looks like spice production has fallen behind. Wait, it's completely stopped.
Don't ask me how he knew that spice production had stopped instantly, by the way. Maybe that's just part of the sophistication the Clockwork Heart gives him. Also, is there a weird... Hold on.
Oh, I closed the YouTube chat like a fool. I don't know why.
Yes, indeed, there is a very weird... little energy cage thing. I guess we got some extra cash, though. Alright, is something just, like... rolling or exploding down here? Maybe it's unstable.
You're unstable.
Well, you know, I am Sly Cooper. Right. One operation down.
Boom, 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 boom. Bentley up.
It's Bentley. Got it. Fight your friend. Like that, yeah. Okay. Whoop. Ow. Oh, go another drink.
Oh, Mr. Dennis Cordell says there was a treasure there in the beta version of Sly 2 that was cut.
Makes sense. I expect it's probably because, well, they were beta testing the game. I don't think any of the treasures are actually through an interior transition. Like, you can take them with you, but I don't remember any being, like, inside buildings. So I think they probably just said it was easier to put them all outside on the overworld. Okay, we got one Sly over there. The other one's, like, what, in the middle? Yeah, it's right next to the big ruby. That's right. It makes sense that there was a treasure there because of all that presentation. By the way, there's sometimes a fucking guard up here, and I just have to think, that guy has the shittiest duty. Like, you get assigned to the you know, Leaning Palace building, you know you fucked up. Somebody's mad at you. We need 7 more clues. Jeez, not sure exactly whereabouts they could be, but we'll catch them, I'm sure. Let's go do this one.
Cooper, we meet again.
Constable Mila, thanks for not ratting me out back at the ball.
Oh, I should be thanking you. The look on Carmelita's face was priceless.
She took it hard, huh?
No one likes to have their affections played with.
I know I certainly don't. Look, Mila, as soon as this India job is over, why don't you and I go out on the town? We'll dance through Bollywood and eat curry all night long.
I'll keep it in mind. But first,
Curry all night long.
I've learned of a secret entrance leading to half of the Clockwork Heart. Legally, I can't enter the premises without a warrant. But now a thief like you...
A thief like me can go wherever he pleases. I read you.
Don't fall behind while I lead you to the entrance. This place is thick with guards, and standing still can be lethal.
I hear that, sister.
All right. Let me play this game.
Oh, you're chasing her again?
Yeah. I think she's supposed to beat up some of these guys that get in the way, but they're like that. But sometimes they, you know, she also has bad periffs. Luckily, we have the slide, so as long as she's not going up a slope, we can cruise pretty good. Doesn't help us when she wants to do jumps, though.
Mr. Dennis Cardell says, yeah, originally there was going to be interior treasures there. There's a whole section in the second mission, episode 1, that just has no purpose because the interior treasures were cut. So yeah, no, apparently, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I wonder what would have made that decision to do that. Like, just, you know, deciding it's easier to put them all outside so people can track them or what. Because it's not like there was, like, trophies back then, you know? It's not like there were achievements. So constantly just obliterating rocks for no reason.
Oh. Honestly, maybe they just thought it didn't add anything to the, you're gonna lose her.
Actually, she waits, I think. Yeah, she waits in this.
Okay. It probably because they decided that the interior treasures didn't, like, add enough to the game to justify putting the work into them. Not to mention, though, that having the additional treasures would probably, you know, maybe ruin the balance of getting the money for power-ups and stuff.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, like, I wonder, you know, if they, like, did they move all treasures outside already? Or did they just, like, do a couple of level designs where they thought about putting them in the inside and then were like, you know, we can't do this for every hub world. We gotta...
And we're on for that date in Bollywood.
Gotta do something else. Also, that's bullshit. Her smoke bomb teleports.
There it is, just like Neela said.
In order to lower the clockwork heart, you'll need access to that control box.
I'm just waiting for the inevitable betrayal.
Oh, I'm sure these guards won't mind if I borrow their keys.
Okay, it's another key section. These guys got keys. Start yawning through my sniffles a little. Whoop! Thanks for having edges there, Sly. Luckily, I was mostly dead from the last one, so.
Start nice and fresh.
Okay, just...
It's like all that other stuff never happened.
Game. There we go.
Bum, bum.
Can I just fucking this guy? Yeah. I think the Sly 3 goes out of its way to try and like explain that like the kinds of keys you gotta steal are like fragile, so that's why you can't just fucking bounce them on their heads. But I don't think we actually had any dialogue about that in 2. Anyway, easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Squeeze those lemons.
Oh, just fucking drops it? Okay.
Listen, this motherfucking bird lived for hundreds of years. His heart can take some punishment.
That's it. Half the clockwork heart. The spice won't be growing around here anytime soon.
Well, you know, Bentley, you said we want to piss him off. Okay, chat's saying that it looks like they abandoned it after this area because the spaces stop appearing. So it probably sounds like they started work on it for like the first couple of levels and then we're like, well, I don't know if we can pull this off for every map we have in mind. Okay, no clues or treasures up here though. Kind of want to get back up on the elephant statue bit. Whoop! I realized there was a big guard there.
Just hit you with. What did he throw at you? Oh,
he's throwing swords. So he's got swords in his backpack. So he just throws swords infinitely.
Just throws swords and then they just shatter. Jesus. Okay.
we're still at 23.
Probably should close my window, but it's hot and I need airflow.
Yeah. No, I understand that one. Yeah. Okay, excuse me. Just bounce up here. I should be able to stand up here. Thank you. Okay. Is there a fucking... Oh, there's a clue up there. I think the flashlight guards will eventually fuck off. Does it help though if I smoke bomb? Yeah, they're gone. Okay, good, great. Let's see. Any clues around here? Did I hear one, or is that just my footy steps? Yes, I did hear. Okay, that's 1. 24. Alright, if I was a clue, where would I be? Not with that guy. Okay, so in my advance. Pretty sure I checked out all these because we're up here. Is it like... Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a couple of trumpets just played at a high note.
got some stuff. And now I have some stuff.
Dun-dun.
Oh, yeah, it's like a drawbridge area. Okay. Luckily, the elephants don't react when I sprint. Three left. Probably means that once again there's a couple in a weird spot. Not used to. Let's see. Okay. Three left. Let's see. We here. Oh, there's a baddie. It's a little bullshit. You still hit me, but I didn't hit you because this tree root. Somehow nobody else heard that one. Which is really where you got unlucky, but this level also has a lot of weird geometry that you can't, like, climb over.
Oh, that's rough.
So I can't, like, hop over that, so I think my best way is to, like, if I can I shimmy. First, let's deal with this guy. No vine for that. So how the hell do we get up there? Can we climb up this? Kinda. No, I bet it wants me to. Whoop! Hello, sir. Oh, don't know, I didn't catch him with my juggle. There we go, got him. No, that guy didn't hear anything until I did the slam. That's okay, I'm gonna just climb up this vine again. These guys will be helpless. Can catch me. Well, then it did hit me with a rock there, though. Yeah, I think we'll do. Let's see. No, that's not the right one. It's the other way. Okay. Can we get up here? No, we can't really. I'm not losing my mind, right? Chat, I see the vines, but that go towards the fucking elephant line, but I don't see a way to get up to them. That's wild. What are you supposed to do here? Or I'll go back to the elephant zone and just shimmy up. Continue to abuse physics.
More physics!
Yeah, because unless that... Whoa! Talk about abuse physics. Oh, apparently that was a far enough fall to kill him. What I was going to say real quick was that unless this tree has a vine we can go up, which it does not. We can just kind of... Oh. And I don't even know how you get there. Am I supposed to get the paraglider in this somewhere? No, that's not gonna work. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills over here, as we say.
Probably are. Chat says Vine's on the waterfall.
On the waterfall? God. Missed. Just put a fucking trampoline mushroom over here. Jesus. There, and it goes up, and then that goes over. Okay, I can see that that wasn't over there. Of course, that means I have to go all the way to the fucking far way around the waterfall and miss and fall in the water.
Blood, blood, motherfucker.
Can I even? No, I gotta go up the tower. for shit. But also, Sly can't clear ledges. Everything in this map kind of feels like an inch too tall. But like I said, I don't know how they modeled a lot of this stuff, so I bet it's probably as much of a pain in the ass for them to build some of this geometry. And I guess it is. You notice how a lot of things are kind of like irregular. They did their effort to make it look a lot more natural by not making it just, flat boxes. Really, Sly?
Really? There's that fucking crew down there. No, we'll probably be able to come back.
We've been contracted to acquire that huge ruby of Rajan's for a local crime ring. In exchange for the goods, they'll set us up with a cherry bomb 500 for the heist.
Cherry Bomb 500.
That's a lot of kick.
Trust me, we'll need it. To get that ruby free from its moorings, you might have to whack it a few times with your cane.
I'm on it.
Murray, you're on. Sly's knocked the ruby loose, and now we need your muscle to get it to the buyers.
Muscle on the way.
And of course, we start
Our
Murray
champion.
just here. Yeah. Okay. So R2 is our turnbuckle launch, which we will need because we gotta versus Murray. So we go that high. So I do like that. And yes, Murray has to grunt every single time he does that. Luckily, the Juggernaut throw is permanent, though. Right here. No, I think we still gotta take the long way around that Bentley used. Because, God forbid, Murray starts in position. Instead of just leaving the safe house at the queue. That's another thing that I think. Not to overly, praise Sly 3 too much, but I have mentioned before, I played that before too, and I played it a lot more. I think 3 got a little bit better about that. Not perfect, but generally, if you have to switch to a guy, they'll usually be in a better position. Now, can I smash these? Gates is Murray. No. Okay. Means Murray has to do some jumping.
Murray, you can pick up the ruby with your stomp move. Despite its size, that rock is really fragile. Bentley will run ahead and inflate cushions that are safe to throw the ruby onto. Use them, or this operation's a bust. Now, head out to our rendezvous near the waterfall.
Yeah, so I cannot use the ruby to indefinitely bean enemies.
It's fragile.
I'll need to have Bentley inflate some stuff. But he's also going to open this gate for us. Just got to get it all the way over there. I will say at least that I joked about not using it to beat up guys, but you don't have to do that generally.
Whew!
This ruby is near flawless. I'll recommend to my superiors that we purchase it, take it to our buyer, and complete the contract.
Oops!
The sellers of the Cherry Bomb 500. Yeah, now there's a risk we might run into some guys more, but it's still, you know, kind of like, you know, we set up. Unfortunately, I cannot jump while holding this, so Bentley, you probably should have, you know, thrown me a thingy. Bentley, where are you going, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, guess I'll die. Bentley, I can't jump while holding this thing. Oh my god, it's all the way over there. What the fuck were you thinking, Bentley, going the long way around like that? Probably inflated a thingy somewhere, but... There, that's gone. Luckily, we'll probably be set back to where we showed it to the supplier. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Bentley, like, paused for me just then, and now he's gone quite a ways away. And you're just gonna wait, Bentley? Also, Bentley, fuck you. I can't jump. Great. Bentley, I cannot yump. Why are you yumping up a ledge and not, like, putting a cushion at the top of it for me? What are you doing, bro? So I swear to God, these guys are, like, spawning to be the most annoying. Is that your natural path to go up that fucking ramp? God, I hate you. Really, Bentley? Over there? Well, luckily I think I can turn over that? Yeah. Thunderfly.
There's a lot of dudes suddenly, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught it because it was like a frame of it, but one of the, yeah, there we go. Another one just came out of that door. Yeah, so they're just like coming out of the door when it's alert time. Defeated everybody, so no, we didn't defeat everybody. I'm still in combat stance. Oh my God. There we go. Okay, that guy was a flashlight guard. He lost me. There's Bentley. Also, that's the buyer.
I must say, the Cooper gang certainly lives up to its reputation. This is a true Indian treasure. We will honor the bargain and provide a Cherry Bomb 500 at the time the turtle requested.
I have to switch back to Sly to go get that clue way up there because I should have just got it because we didn't backtrack. Because that was secretly a Murray mission the whole time. Let's try and grab the last 3 clues so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Is 3 right? Yeah.
That's what I like.
Okay, so we gotta go all the way to the waterfall for that one. Now, luckily, this is a pretty old game, so there are just some... God, I can't tell. There's, like, jungle noise, and then there's, like, the clue. Yes, there is a clue down here. Yeah, shit.
The clue!
Alright, so technically we only need to find one more, since I know where number 29 is. I was gonna say, these games do have, you know, pretty good map overlays. Just saying where everything is. Where is the easiest way? There it is. I gotta go to the tower. Not that tower. That tower. There we go.
There it is. Nope, that is not. That is my. Seats. Where the fuck is my pen? There it is.
Oh,
What? Gotcha.
yeah. Every turn I got that guy, send him into the void. Alright. One more clue to find. Slid back to blow my nose. Let's reorient
The
ourselves in the
nose.
chair. Okay. Oh, God. Which one of these do I think I have not gotten yet?
Sympathetic sneezing.
I think I got most of those. Alright. Let's do this scroll case.
Yep. Got my state refund. That's good. I'll probably go into my Durga fund.
Yeah, it will be soon, though a little later than I thought, since they did announce the video, the stream,
Stram.
which I think will be Sunday night. All right, back to 1K. We will try to have this one. Because they're supposed to be one right, like, behind or under the safe house. Yeah, okay. Let's play the game of did we get everything? What you get up for, huh, bud? Well, you either. That's that one, technically. I think we got the one above it. Ooh. That guy turned around. Already down there. So check to make sure. Yeah. There's two, I think. One on the top of the spinny thingy.
Oh, spin.
Checkers. No, yeah, there would have been one, I think, on this spire jump that we got already. Sorry, I'm just looking at a map and I'm trying to cross off where we got them already. They're kind of all strung out in like a big ring, basically. Okay.
can't. Stop it. Oh.
You call for help immediately. I'm right here. Shit. I am here.
Shit, indeed.
Sly Cooper, away! They'll never catch me over here. Okay, so let's see. On this side now, we got the one that was by the ruby, or on the road to the ruby. So one up here. Like up here already. Because it was the Gilded Secretary. Chad, I don't suppose you've heard or seen the last clue anywhere.
Not much, Lon. We have just been here in this line 2. Lucky has been mocking the game design almost relentlessly.
You see the sound design.
Mostly the sound design, yes.
Oh, Vine Raptor.
Also, some of the character models. Yeah, that was the rank with the things that are getting to me. It's 1, sound design, 2, character models, 3, some of the environmental effects, and 4. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, but to the story to narrative mechanics. I don't know if there's an exact term for this. Just the question of why are we doing it like this?
You know, because we thought of a cool level design. Can I get up there? Yeah.
Yes, the fox is still hot.
Again.
Seeing Carmelita Flocks, and you know, with that fucking thigh high slit. That's like, yes, good, excellent. Makes this game
You
10
missed.
out
We
of
already
10.
we already did the ballroom dancing off. That's his office. Can I get like up here? I don't know, like that.
Also, Loft, this is completely unrelated to Slide 2, but I know that you are horrible about back reading and especially engaging with the chat on Rain. But I'm gonna need you to go to your Rain character sheet and look at all your esoterics. And if you do not have, and look at them, and if you have any esoterics that do not originate in Tyne or Norland, you're gonna have to get rid of them or come up with a person that taught your character said some esoteric.
We can safely say that we got both of those because they would be like right down there. And I don't hear them. Also, didn't I just kill this guy?
Because unfortunately, Lucky was doing some reading and I found a rule and I decided to ruin everyone's day.
Oh, I fell off for some reason. So I was sliding.
It looked like you were kind of sliding there a little bit. I don't know why. Like I said, I just want you to double check. Like I said, I don't keep track of everyone's esoterics, so...
There's like something in the ambient sound. There's like one tink, and it fucks me up every time.
Unfortunately, I literally have only one headphone on, so I can listen better, but it's still quiet to me, so it's hard.
Yeah. Okay, so we got on top, and I'm pretty sure we already got that one. Parse that all the way over here. Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay, it's in the tree all the way up there. Okay, so we got to get down there and once again go up the viney tower,
Oh, Vine Tower.
which we have done a lot because there's like 5 vines connected to it and only connected to it. Close enough. Okay, so that would be this one.
Ta-da! Victory. Slide, slippery slide.
But, buddy, what the fuck? There's nothing over there, asshole. Smoke bomb. Perish.
You missed.
Yeah, I kept
You're hitting everybody.
Square. I also wonder, like I said before, flashlight guards are basically invincible in Sly 3 from the front, but I feel like hitting non-flashlight guys is, like, easier in 3. I mean, these guys take a lot of punishment. I swear to God, every time I turn a corner, a guy's already looking at me. Yeah, that guy's facing this way, too. Oh, but that guy up there turned around. Great. So let's fight the edge physics and slide on in. I knew you were there, Snake.
Snake. Fuck, I can't stop.
Also, actually, I should mention, I forgot about this when we were talking about interior treasures earlier. Technically, there is still one in the game, but it's a mission objective. When you bug Dimitri's office, you grab the real painting and can take it back as, like, an optional thing. But it's kind of, you know, tutorial-y.
Yeah, maybe like when the information, maybe that was initial design, like they could, we could like do more initial stuff, but maybe just it got too much of a fucking pain. Zap stick, electrocute your enemies.
Yep. The voltage attack. So let's see. Voltage attack is, let's see, electrify your cane. Shocking.
Yeah, what does that do?
Well, it
Do
looks.
you just do more damage?
Yeah, I think it's either an instant kill or a does a lot more damage. Let's see if I can find a guy to test it on. Yep.
Oh, he just evaporated. Jesus. Okay. Sly. Fuck, man, that was murder. That wasn't just knocking a dude out. He burned to a crisp. Sly.
Bentley was super excited for us to pick this up, too. Sly, we're not bound by the Geneva Accords, Sly. We can do whatever we want. I shrink people, Sly.
Actually, what's the power usage on that? Oh, not too bad. Jesus.
No, I think it's better than Insanity Strike. Let's see if it gets big boys. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's gonna make fighting a lot easier. Again, it's something they you know, learn lessons from. They kind of change up combat again in 3, so there's less power-ups like that, which are just like your hits kill instantly, but more very.
Dimitri has ceased ordering spice.
Spice.
More spice.
I can't trust all these rhino guards. I heard some are dipping into the spice.
The spice! Man, I already had chicken and pasta, and I'm still freaking hungry.
Inspector Fox will pay for driving me from my opulent palace.
We'll pay, he says. Do we actually get some? No, okay, we didn't get anything to sell. All right. Little Bentley. Go all the way over to that truck. Yeah, luckily the Sonic mode on my stuff is not. Shit. Yeah, Bentley, of course, would have no objections to Sly using his electrified cane. Bentley explodes people.
Rashawn's holed up in his temple. Got any ideas to
He
work
cannot
on
just
hiding?
beat them unconscious.
My research indicates that tigers have an aversion to water. By destroying that dam,
This is
the temple
an
will be
absolute lie.
filled with
Tigers love
rock.
water.
Flooding him out, huh? Good plan. But I don't think your bombs are strong enough to do the job.
You're correct. Fortunately, while monitoring the bombs in Rajan's office,
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna. This works out exactly like how Bentley planned. That said, anybody should be spooked if you blow up a dam and flood the lower level of their ancient palace ruin complex.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's kind of the same thing as saying, it's like, oh, it's an actual helicopter. It's like the same thing as all like, yeah, vampires die if you stab them in the heart. It's just like, yeah, most people do.
Also, by the way, suddenly our boy has Rajan has, you know, 40 gajillion helicopters. Luckily, these guys can't aim for shit.
Well, also they're not doing the weird spirally attacks. That was annoying.
Yeah, they're not homing. I think they only actually hit me if I let them get really close. But let's thin out some of these guys without having to get me sick. Oh, somebody did hit me. Oh, that's a homer. There's a spirally one.
There we go.
It's funny that they just started doing that after I killed some of them, not like tied to like how much I'm actually hitting the dam back here. Which is not a lot. Because I don't actually get to fire that many shots. Yeah, I will say, like, I don't think these games are like super pinnacles of game design. They're very fun. And they're doing a lot of, like, they do a lot of interesting stuff gameplay-wise, but there's definitely a lot of the, like, I want to say old school, like, PS1, PS2 era kind of, like, you know, everything games where it's just like, no, we can't give the players a break. We have to keep sending things after them, obviously, because if they, you know, have free time, then they could just finish the level.
Yeah, no, because, like, the problem I'm having right here is you have to be basically, like, firing at the helicopters almost at all times because they replenish themselves so fucking quickly.
Also, I burned through my heatometer pretty fast. I think I only have to actually really worry about when they shoot a guided missile. But if they get real close, I don't know if I'll have a lot of reaction time. And the like, sensitivity and responsiveness of these controls is not super great. You can kind of just slap me right in the face as I was trying to aim. You can kind of see that, like, it's got a little bit of slug to it. Not halfway, though. Okay, it's firing a real one. And I did accidentally blow up 2 guys there. I can't say one What the fuck did that guy launch a homer? He's gonna creep up on me. Oh, okay. Right stick also moves the... There's 2 over there. The right stick also moves the crosshair. But it means it moves the crosshair, so... Can it, like, double stick to, like, move faster? Oh, they have machine guns if
Whoa,
they do.
Jesus!
Ow, okay. Oh, there's a fucking homer coming in over there.
That was illegal!
Shit, that guy's doing it too!
What?
Notice how they say that you must destroy the dam. Okay, so we can't let him get too close. Okay, I can zoom in and out. That's what I was, like, going on with the stick. I can only do that with the right stick, by the way. The right stick zooms in and out, but also moves me left to right still. If I push the left stick up or down, I, you know, move up and down. Really weird. Alright, so they machine gun me if they get too close. I thought they were a danger if they got too close, but like I said, I got a little lost in the sauce trying to figure out the controls. It's another thing that... Sly 1 is one of those games that I feel like is very, like, well known for its obvious Metal Gear-ass tutorials, you know, literally being like, Sly, jump and hit the circle button. There's a couple of, like, these little mini-games where, like, Bentley didn't really explain to me how and there wasn't a, like, tutorial thing at the top telling me, like, how I can manipulate the controls, like, that I can zoom in and out.
Can you, like, pause and look at controls right now?
Wrong one. Oh, also I can cheat and rewind. No, there's no control thing. There may have been a page in the manual for this video game.
Yeah, I can see that. This is me just completely speaking about nostalgia, but I miss video games.
Yeah, video game manuals were cool. You could get a lot of extra stuff in there. I do kind of feel like that has, like, forced games to think about tutorializing a little bit more. I know there are some people who are like, if a game gives me a tutorial, I'm just putting it down. Bleh. But I think generally, like, teaching the players what you need to do is good. Shit, man, I can't be fast enough for that one. And, like, again, I feel like I'm saying that a lot tonight. It's just specifically because this level is kind of annoying. I don't want to say this map is, like, really bad, because it's not. We're almost done, and it's only been, like, what, like, an hour and a half on this map specifically. I think it took us, like, 30, 40 minutes to do the last bit of the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's not really taking that much extra time out of my day, but I will spoil Sly 3 here. They actually have, like, a little, like, ticker tape bar that appears in segments like this when you're switching the controls that are reminding you stuff like, you know, use the left stick to aim. Shoot with the R1 button. And, like, yeah, it's a little more invasive, but it also means that, like, you can just read it go by and go, ah, these buttons. That sucked. That guy got me with a regular rocket. That should not happen, video game. You've telegraphed to me so many times that regular rockets do nothing. This asshole way over here, yeah, he waited until he was in the corner of my vision to shoot that homing rocket.
I feel what we should have here in this section is you have the machine gun to take out markers, but you have something like rockets to shoot at them to give it like pretty decent damage or something.
Alternatively,
probably
use
something
the rockets to, like, lock on and one-shot the helicopters, you know?
So, like, give you like an alternate weapon to fire so that you can, like, you know, fire and forget like, maybe the rockets are slow, but, you know, you can fire and forget it and start dealing with helicopters so you can still, like, maintain DPS on your on the dam.
Hey, Lucky, guess what? Everybody take a drink. We're going to talk about Sly 3. There's a lot more flying and stuff in Sly 3, like vehicle stuff. They do that. They give you planes where you have both shooty guns for close range work and missiles.
Well,
like,
apparently
lock onto
they
enemies and do big damage.
apparently someone else had the same thought that I did. I was like, this
And
damn
that's something
mission
I
is not
do
the greatest.
want to say about these games is, like, even if something that shows up in one game is not great, they are pretty good at iterating the gameplay. Like, we've already jumped to, like I pointed out when we started this, we no longer have, one hit point. Everybody has a health bar. Let me just, those guys are farther away. Let's just dump a couple into this real quick. Let's get some close quarters.
Yeah, I don't think we necessarily had missions with super loot. I think we did have some sort of turret mission.
There were a couple of turret missions in Sly 1, but those were usually escort Murray.
Yeah. Wasn't also the final battle with Clockwork kind of a turrety mission?
Yeah, that was kind of a, I guess you'd say like a rail shooter thing. Like you could, I never like a rail shooter. That was the on the, whatchamacallit, on the van. The final Clockwork stuff was, like a almost like an arcade free flyer, because like Clockwork would shoot rings, you had to fly through the center of and shit like that.
Partial flooding didn't work.
Wet
So
Tiger.
it's time to go the distance. Blowing up the temple's elephant mouth should turn this grotto into a swimming pool. I'll cover Murray from the chopper's gun turret while he pries the mouth.
Yeah, so we're gonna do more funny haha
Once
turret
that's
stuff.
done, Sly will need to walk the Cherry Bomb 500 into the throat. Then get to high ground as fast as you can.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
see-
gonna have to do an escape the water.
And be extra angry. Jump him.
A little
snag
bit.
His half of the
I will say yes. This
he
Bentley talks about like, according to my research, tigers hate water. The actual plan part is like not that. Like it's literally we're gonna flood the fucking lower level. Like we've like knocked out the dam. You can see it up there, and so we're like flooding the back reservoir. So now we're gonna like open up the temple's second floodgates and bomb the shit out of that, and just dump, all this water that was dammed up into the lower levels of the temple, which, yeah, nobody's gonna like that.
I'm about to say, yeah, anyone dies if you stab him in the heart. Yeah, no one wants to be underwater.
Where is the mission icon to start this thing? There it is. Okay, we start as Murray. So let's go back and grab Murray. Uh-oh. Ow! Bat couldn't dodge too. But yeah, like I said, these games do, I think, hold a place, not just for nostalgia, because, like, obviously I think some of the game design is kind of rough in parts. Yeah, we do very funny things with Ragdoll and Freeforming. But, like, they do usually do pretty good level design, and obviously, especially a lot of older games, but even games today, I always wonder about, like, I should check what month this came out in. Like, were we holiday crunched, do we have to get this out before Christmas, sort of a thing? And does that mean that there are some weirdness? What engine is this built in, and what, systems do they use to make these models, which is why some of them might be, Yankee.
Well, you also got to remember, back in the PS2 times, dev times were a lot shorter. Yeah, actually, let me check the difference. Let me check the time between.
Yeah, I think we looked this up last. This was 03, I want to say. Oh, that's right. That's this guy. He takes a very. He deliberately steps out of the fucking path just to fuck with me in this spot. Well, that's okay. I'm the Murray, so I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, brother.
Okay, so September 24th, 2002 for Sly Cooper and the Thieves Raccoonus.
Yeah. So this one would be 03 or 04.
2004.
Yeah, so 2 years.
September. Yeah, so. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be real. Like, Like on PS2, some franchises were popping out games every year. PS2 were like every couple years. Hell, I was just looking at San Andreas.
And like
San
honestly, I
Andreas,
don't. Go ahead.
Well, like I was double checking. GTA 3 was 2001. Vice City was 2002. So back-to-back yearly release. And San Andreas was 2004. So in like 4 years, they pumped out 3 GTAs.
Yeah, with Rockstar, I don't know because even then, Rockstar was a bigger publisher and like had access to multiple studios. I don't know if they were like doing that with GTA yet.
Well,
but they could
remember,
have just
GTA
turned that
is when
around.
they went from GTA is when they Final Fantasy VII their series, because before that GTA was a top-down game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 3 was the one where it like took off iconically, but like I said, I don't know if they had, if like Rockstar would have been big enough to have sub studios yet. Because like that's the thing about the video game industry. Like big video game publishers and developers are always like scooping up smaller studios and stuff.
Nice work. Now put those muscles to the test and pry that thing open.
Alert! Temple Bazaar under assault.
Lift
Put
it.
down this attack.
Gadzooks!
All right.
Rajan is raining down a bunch of Hunter-Seeker bombs on Murray. He'll never
Where
be
are
able to get that
Hunter-Seeker
mouth
bombs?
open unless
What?
I destroy all
What?
of them.
I like that.
Are those just flaming wheels?
Yeah, they will start to roll towards Murray. Don't ask me how he's getting those in the sky, by the way. By the way, we've added extra bullshit because we're on the tilty tower, so we tilt. They did at least... you guys saw the little, like, ticker at the top. So they had the technology, they just weren't using it to, like, tutorialize yet. Luckily, honestly, this is not, like, too hard a phase.
Just spontaneous generation?
Yeah, they're just spawning. Man, you can really see it.
Spawning.
They were really not expecting me to just fucking look up at this level, huh? What do you... What, game designers, did you think I would be watching Murray the whole time?
The Murray is fine. The Murray doing his job.
Line position. Yeah. How are you coming on that lever, Murray?
I'm working on it.
Hit buttons fast to keep your strength up.
Also, Mr. Dennis Cordell, I would once again like to reiterate... Oh, I have to push all the buttons. Sorry, I was interrupted because I was going to yell at chat. I've played these games before. I know what I'm doing. I remember all the
He
buttons.
likes throwing them.
I mean, I bought
Oh, good,
Juggernaut
we start
Throw.
right
Yeah, we just go here. Just mash face buttons. Not in any particular order. There we go. Didn't realize that was a
Didn't
fail
uppercut
state if
the
I
lever.
don't do anything for a second. But yeah, I know you can ground slam, but also you can throw them, and I have the Juggernaut Throw, so they fucking explode when I do that. Alright, so now we gotta get Sly to the elephant's mouth.
I can't!
Yeah, we're gonna... boop, 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 boop.
Boop, 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 boop.
Can we? Nope. A little too close. Chet did mention, though, Mr. Discord did mention that this was an in-house engine. That's true. That used to be shorter a lot of the time, but as game development asks for more bells and whistles, has gotten tougher. Now that's why you see, 4 billion games made in Unreal 5. Also, because I think that well, for one, is Unreal parent company by Amazon? I think they might be. So they already have more money than God. But I think that Unreal 5 has a pretty proactive licensing. Okay, I had to turn the long way around because I can't face the camera through the wall. But they've got pretty proactive licensing for people to use it. And while a lot of people did leave off Unity because Unity did a big fuck up, it is still used, and that is a another major, possibly free game building engine.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about the attempt Unity monetization scheme that they tried to do.
Well, it's
And then
because
everyone was-
they reversed it, you know.
Yeah.
They said we won't do that.
And everyone said, "We don't like this. Fuck you."
Yeah, basically every game dev who was like on Unity free and was like, or even the low like paying levels were like, hey, we can't afford the costs they're talking about rebalancing, so we may have to move off of Unity entirely. And when Unity realized that, like, oh wait, they will like literally they'll ditch us rather than pay these prices. Well, fuck, we gotta undo it. Dramatic. So yeah, lower level floods up.
Like, I don't remember if it was Unreal, but I remember around that time there was some engines be like, hey, we'll give you a fucking discount if you like switch to our game engine. Here you go.
That might have been Unreal, yeah.
Black clouds and thunderbolts.
I believe the Unity COA was a former EA CEO. It was. I do believe that the person who like tried to push this plan forward, did have like this bad history. I do not remember though entirely. Why
it
are
turns
you
out-
fucking grandstanding when you just fled your fucking palace?
Well, you'll see. This is a boss fight now. He's gonna show us some shit.
Boy, when we try to tick someone off, we really do the
He's
job.
mad, and he's gonna show it to us.
Yes, you do seem to have quite a
Hey, Neela.
talent for it.
Constable Neela.
But
Traitor!
yeah, no. The thing I was gonna say is that
That man's an illegal spice trader. He should be brought to justice.
All I'm after is the clockwork part.
But it turns out that just like real life, getting a job in the C-suite just means you have to have a good resume. You don't have to actually have any good performance. Just be able to say, hey, I've done this for a while.
Oh shit, just lightning hard. Okay. It's gonna be Voltage Strike versus Voltage Strike. Let's go.
Well, Voltage Strike doesn't work on bosses, but
I know, but still.
yes, it's kind of like that. Whoa, to the middle. Is he going way over there? Okay. So you can see where he's leaning. I'll be right down the center.
The middle.
Way over there. Oh, he's just gonna stop here because we gotta get up here.
Neela, now!
Sorry.
What are you doing?
I knew it!
Yep, there it is.
Betrayal!
I'm coming, buddy.
And now,
Murray.
the Murray.
This is it. This is the Cooper gang I've heard so much about and feared these long hours. The Murray will renew your fear. All I see is a fat, pathetic weakling. I might be big and not as smart as the other guys, but one thing I'm not is weak.
Anyway, we're fucking Street Fighter now. Dodge, follow. Pop. Pop, pop, pop.
Why is there a cage match down here? I don't know, but I'm gonna say in this moment, I do not care.
It's just like the Metal Gear Solid 3 High M Daisy comic. Press button in case of cage match. Not side strafing up there.
Defend your lord.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
These fucking guys.
You should totally be throwing those guys at Roger. Ooh, help.
Can I get it? Bring the spears. Whoa, shit.
Oh, that is not a lot of health. And
Well, he also just zapped it back. That's okay. I did more damage there, but that's okay. That's why he's got an ad phase.
Fat, pathetic.
oh, we have a fucking defeat screen.
Yeah. Well, I think all the bosses in this have it. I just cheesed Dimitri enough. Okay. So he's gonna slap him. What I really want to do is push him into the fence. That does way more damage. Should also actually.
Well,
double check.
Megan, you're not gonna do that if you keep going in one direction. You're just gonna go in circles. When you go down, the next time you should go up.
Yeah. And I practiced that. Though he just pushed back. I don't. So there's is it like 1, 2. Oh, wait, thunder flopped him. Like, jump in time there. I will say that we're auto strafing. The camera does the auto a little as well, so it gets
Oh,
a
does
little
it?
weird sometimes. Yeah, like if I move too far or too close, it'll actually like start to rotate around as I walk back and forward. There we go. There we go. That's the shit we want. Right, he's gonna shock you. Which one's my fucking fire fist? There it is. Oh. Okay, I didn't really do any extra damage, but let's.
You just killed all those dudes.
Oh, no, he's got some more dudes. Okay, that guy dropped health.
Equip your fire fist while you're waiting. Even if it doesn't do damage, you're not going to be using that stuff for anything else. Nice.
Auto locked on the wrong guy, but that's okay.
It was okay. You needed that.
Whoop!
Yeah! Punch!
I think I like knocked him out of his attack for a second there. Whoop! That's pretty fast. Oh, watch out for the timing. Ooh, stunned him good.
I told you should be throwing the guys at him. Oh! Even better.
Oh, shit. He exploded.
Fucking.
Luckily, I think he was stunned, so he didn't actually do the fucking repeater there. You know, you do want to be throwing guys. It's just, I need to knock them flat when they do that. You do gotta be careful, because... Ooh, actually, the hitboxing on that vertical attack is pretty good. Fucking cheater. See him rushing. Wow.
Defend your lord.
Whoop. Oh, okay. Some of those guys dodged. Hey, you. Nope, you died. Still free. It's very hard with the strafe to uppercut and catch him, but we can do that.
Seems very hard because the dude does not slow down.
No, and like the like auto lock strafe like switches between guys. Whoop! What? I also fucking missed that throw somehow. Got health.
Oh, he just slid. Oh, more health.
Yeah, he slids, but he died and gave me the health. Okay. He's got a slightly itchy nose. Knocked out his own guy. But these fucking guys. I get why they want the ads, because, like, you know, they give you health and stuff, and they're good to throw against him, but... Could you guys show up one at a time, maybe? Just punch that guy into the... fence. And then Rajan sweeps me and the other guy into the fence.
Nice.
There we go. Yeah, throwing him that way doesn't matter. No, if I hit triangle to juggle, it's not. These guys drop health. Nope. I can drop health. Ow. There we go. I think you're done, son. Not quite. Oh, I saw health. Give me that shit. Really great is if I had the... There's a thing you can do later where you can get a fiery slam. This is another one of those boss fights that I feel like lasts just a little too long, considering he only has like 2 or 3 attacks. Ow, he just hit me with it. I was worried about that, but I didn't want to move.
Give him one more punch.
The camera? Oh, he's going down is what's going on. Okay.
Victory belongs to the Murray. Sly's gonna want this half of the Clockwork Heart safe and sound.
Yeah, Murray.
And as I planned,
Happy day.
in the description,
What?
we've hit the perfect time
Throw down a ladder.
for the dramatic cliffhanger.
Can you hear me? I said Sly's hurt.
There they are, Contessa, just as I promised. The Cooper gang and Rajan all incapacitated.
Excellent police work, Constable Neela. Carmelita's never been able to catch the Cooper gang. Yet you capture them in just a few short weeks.
Well, I never...
Really, Carmelita. Accept your defeat gracefully.
Actually, Contessa, there's a good reason Inspector Fox never caught the Cooper gang. She's been in league with them the whole time. Liar! Prove it! This is a photo of Carmelita dancing with Sly.
A photo with a cutscene art style.
The clockwork wings were stolen. But I didn't know I was dancing with Cooper.
You two certainly seem very familiar in this picture. Men, place Inspector Fox under arrest.
I'll get you, Neela. Don't think
I
you
would
won't.
say curse your inevitable betrayal, but I never thought you were on my side in the first place.
From the light.
Yes, indeed.
Oh shit, it's up to Bentley now.
That double-crossing cockney liar!
You gotta work on this, Bentley.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Is it time for fucking Bentley to fucking shine?
Although statistically improbable, I had to face the facts.
Oh.
Neela had betrayed us, my teammates were captured, and I was all alone.
Vultures?
Yeah,
Vultures?
I forgot
Really?
The constables,
While
the Contessa's
intellectually
guys are fucking
inferior,
vultures with
Sly
crossbows.
and Murray
I
had
forgot
always
about that
been
one.
A rich source of sociological interest. The long walk out of the jungle gave me time to reflect, and with each passing step, my sense of isolation grew.
Oh, no, I was wrong. He has the machete back for one more cutscene.
Had a profound emotional effect on me. This was it.
Machete's looking real beat up,
This
though,
was
Bentley.
the
What have you been
true
hitting with it?
test of friendship. Upon reaching the van, my resolve was hardened. I had to save my friends. But first things first, I had to learn how to drive a stick shift.
Yeah, even when we're being serious, we get a little funny.
No, I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
No, that's fucking great. Like, genuinely.
No, yeah, and perfectly timed, like I said, I for to be paced out for our next one. So when we come back next week, we'll do episode 4 and probably the episode that comes after, and we'll catch up with the Bentley hour, Bentley alone.
Wild.
So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week, and we'll be back later this week for some failed betrayal or something with the Yugi boys. And we'll be, running Final Fantasy XIV as well. And I think I meant to mention it multiple times during this stream, but didn't. But if you haven't caught up on Sly, like if you missed last week's episode, or you want to go back and check out Sly 1, because that was literally last year sometime, I do have a Sly Cooper playlist now, which all of these streams are going into. So you can binge all the VODs at once. And like I said, next week I will try and... I think they kind of work, but I do want to, stretch them slightly so that the sidebars actually work as intended. I will pre-plan a little longer. Also, thank you. I want to acknowledge before I end the stream, Loth posted the appropriate GIF in the general of our Discord. Join our Discord. But that's gonna be it for me. We'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, bye.
Do 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 do.